Welcome back to Binge Warmers. My name's Will.
I'm Steven.
Hey, how you doing? We're watching...
I feel like every time you start the episode, I'm just laughing about something.
know. We're talking about that Elvis Presley thing where he goes, Lord have mercy. I'll put it in.
Lord have mercy.
Today's episode,
Kevin E11.
the banger. The banger.
If you've seen the first episode of this same episode,
No, yeah,
welcome back.
We mucked up a little bit. I say we. Your microphone's bad.
I didn't pay for any of this equipment. This is all you.
Okay. Well, we gotta address the elephant in the room, which is a Gizmo back here.
Why?
Because look at him. He did some war crimes or something. Look at him. He's smothering the other Gizmo.
Yeah, anyway, so this is the second upload of the same episode.
Yeah. Well, we took the first one down, but we had some audio problems with Steven's mic. I kind of worked through the night. I was like, this is going to be bad, but let's put it out.
Yeah.
Didn't end up so good, so...
Didn't feel good about it.
No, I didn't feel good. And I figured if someone was... This was someone's first episode, we'd want to
Yeah, it's not the standard you want to set.
Right,
you know? We've been knocking out bangers.
Straight bangers.
Fire. Like, how have we not been sponsored yet?
I don't, because, it's very niche content that I'm sure only a certain amount of people enjoy. But, we're glad you're here. Thank you. Subscribe, give us a like, give us a follow.
Close to 100 subs.
Yeah, get us to
huge.
100 subs. We've got like 70-something right now. I think we're closing in on 80.
Mm-hmm.
But we also wanted to ask a comment question before we start this episode. Do you like Kevin 11 as a villain more, or do you like Kevin 11 as a hero, like a friend to Ben and Gwen? I guess a love interest for Gwen.
Yeah.
Where do you see Kevin? Do you like him as like the bad guy that turned good? I look pale.
You rock it.
I so pale.
I've got the giggles now from that.
Got the giggles.
No, I think just to answer the question, I like him as an ally because he's always got. He's the guy that knows a guy in the alien force. You know what I mean? Like anytime they're like, where are we gonna get 100 nuclear bombs? And Kevin's like,
don't tell anybody, but I know a guy.
We'll go get something.
My buddy Tom down the street. Yeah, he got the hookup.
Tom Welling.
Tom Welling,
Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Superman.
I don't know how we got here. Anyway, we got this new nifty little wide shot. Shot looks a little bit different.
Lighting is the next thing on our list.
Yeah, it's not. You're a little dark. I'm a little bit blown. Well,
it's not bad.
I think I'm hot, so I fix bad lighting. I think. Anyway, all right.
On to the video.
On to the video. I really like this episode. What do you think about this episode?
Oh, yeah. It's really good. It's a banger.
A banger.
And MASH.
This is sort of one of those, like, what is that? Is it a sausage?
I was going to ask, but I didn't want to get off topic again.
I think it's the sausage and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, bangers and mash.
Delicious. Sausage and mashed potatoes.
You heard it's like British people cook like they hate food. I've seen that so many times.
Like Uncle Max. Like Grandpa Max. God dang, Grandpa Max.
Uncle Max. Is he just more of an uncle?
Uncle
figure?
Max? I'm thinking of Uncle Ben every time I say it.
Uncle Ben. Oh.
Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben. That's my uncle. Anyway, give us the synopsis of the episode, Steve.
Yeah, so the takeaway is that Ben, again, we think he learns the lesson, but again, he wants to use the watch for his own selfish desires, and that ends up having bad consequences. They get kicked out of a hotel. So because of that, Ben and Grandpa Max are at odds with each other. The first time, actually, in a while. Because Grandpa...
We've seen them upset at each other.
Yeah,
We've never
but not
seen
to
them
this level. Like, the disappointment
This is
there.
real, like, family upset type stuff.
And you can see, like, Grandpa Max finally is angry with Ben. The first time we've ever really seen it, like, true angry about it.
Yeah.
And so that leads Ben down a path where he ends up meeting Kevin 11, which is, like, the bad boy mixing in with the wrong crowd kind of guy. And kind of takes him under his wing, and they try to do a little heist to steal the latest Sumo Slammer video game. That's when Kevin finds out about the watch. And he's like, "Oh, we should be part." Well, first he tries to take it from him.
He's like, "Give me it.
Give me that." And he's like, "No, get your own, bro. A limited edition, bro."
This the Gucci swag with the
bro.
with the drip, bro.
You don't even know, dude.
The drip is immaculate.
Immaculate today. But so after he finds out he can't just take it for himself, he's like, "Well, we should be partners. We'll cash in." And Ben's like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm with you on this." But then Ben soon realizes that Kevin's even more than what Ben wants to be. Kevin's like, yeah, we're gonna
Kevin's evil.
Yeah, he's bad, bad to the
Bad to the
bone.
bone.
Oh, we said that at the same time. My buddy hates it online. Shout out to Molly if he's listening. But yeah,
Oh, he's listening all right.
he'll say something, and then I'll just say like, "Oh, twinsies," and he's like, "Don't ever say that to me ever again." And he's Hispanic, so I'll be like, "Okay, see, papi," and then he'll get even more mad. That's when Ben realizes like, so like Kevin's like, "Here, we're gonna use your." He doesn't even need Ben. Well, I guess he needs him as like the getaway guy.
He's trying to kill people for money.
For real, he says
that's
they're
the
gonna join the tracks together. Passenger train, money train, kaboom! They're gonna run off with the money. And Ben's like, "Wait, people are gonna die." And he's like, "Yeah, isn't that awesome?"
He's literally goes, no pain, no gain.
Yeah, and Ben's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this." And Ben starts to see what selfishness really is and how he's kind of been in the wrong the whole episode. And they fight, and Kevin actually, absorbs the powers of the watch, ends up being Heat Blast for a while.
Yep.
So then he goes and he makes Ben makes nice with Grandpa. We see an awning save again. We love the awning.
We
save.
love the awning save.
We'll have to throw that up there.
Of course.
We need to have an awning counter, I think.
This is the second time.
This is at least the third.
No, there was. Oh, you know what? Maybe
Because
there
there's
was
the
the
one
second
with Stinkfly.
Well, it was the second time with the specific RV awning.
Yeah.
Which, like, do RVs have? I guess they do have awnings. Maybe you can
Older ones.
Yeah, I don't think new ones have.
I don't
an awning.
think every RV has an awning.
This is an alien vehicle, though. It's just souped up from outer space,
Yeah. Where the term souped up come from?
Because soup is delicious.
I've always seen it spelled as S-U-P-E-D. Well, in my
Souped up?
head, I don't think I've ever spelled it.
I don't know if anyone's ever written that down.
What would it be?
SOUPED.
Why would it be soup?
Like super powered, like super.
No, it'd be S-U-P-E-R.
Soup.
Soup.
Okay. I'm
Souped.
dumb.
Yeah. You're saying soup like Campbell's
I
chicken
just
noodle.
am hungry, I guess. I don't know.
We just ate Whataburger.
Well, I'm fat, okay? Let's go. This wide shot really makes me look a little chubby here.
We'll hit the gym after.
No.
You get us 100 subs, we'll hit the gym.
If you want us to look good, you got to subscribe. I will destroy my health if you unsubscribe from here.
This is all a joke. Anyway, so he's like, okay, Ben goes and he's like making up with Grandpa. He's like, hey, I'm sorry, but look, he's out there. We've got to figure this out. So then he goes and they find Kevin's like roughing up the guys who tried to mess him up in the beginning of the episode.
He's trying to kill him. Well, he's torturing him.
Yeah, he's torturing him. Then he's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
And then they start fighting. Kevin turns into forearms with them. They start fighting even more. Ben ends up coming out on top. Barely. He turns back into a human, so then Kevin gets the jump on him and then messes with the watch, and the watch's like, bro, don't touch this. State of the art. You know what I mean? Designer.
This is actually the new Prada.
Yeah,
this
dude.
It's
Don't
the new
touch.
latest edition.
Hands off my jorts. Anyway, so then the watch kind of kicks him out, and he runs off into the subway or something like that. And that's when Ben, Gwen, and Grandpa Max, they drive away. But then at the end, you see Kevin's got, like, fire.
Yeah.
So something's happened with the watch when he
It would've
interacted
been cool.
with it.
It would have been cooler if, like, maybe he grew a stinkfly eyeball out or something.
I wouldn't have liked that.
No, I'm just saying it would have been cooler if, like, because we already saw him use heat blast power.
Yeah, so
It would
showing
have
him.
been just see him use something different. Like if he like
Maybe had the Ripjaw dongle come out.
the dongle, that wouldn't have been intimidating. I think the fire was the right visual cue, but I don't like it. Like let's brainstorm that. What would have been
Maybe
better?
if he turned his arm to an ice shard from like Diamond Head.
Oh, that would have been good.
Would have been sick.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. Do a
Yeah.
Diamond Head
Yeah.
thing.
Does he ever turn into Ghost Freak?
Yeah, he can go intangible at some points.
But does he ever turn into Ghost? Because there's that episode where he just turns into all the different aliens, and then later he has them all amalgamized.
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe, probably.
Be interesting.
Well, we'll have to wait for season 2 for that.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. So that's the synopsis. We'll break it down even more.
It's a good episode.
It really is.
I think Ben kind of needs that dark, like, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the villains in the show are adults.
Yeah, so it's easy to see them as being bad.
But
They're
you need that
grown-ups.
kind of, like, that shadow of Ben who's, like...
Someone who's more your age, more,
Yeah.
like, relatable.
He's got the same Well, he's got. I don't know if he's definitely not as powerful as Ben.
Yeah.
But he's got superpowers essentially.
Yeah. It's like because we talked about the foil between Animo and him, but I don't think Ben sees himself in Animo as much as he does when he sees Kevin.
He
because
realizes.
of the age difference.
He even says he's like, there's a part in the episode where he's like, you don't care about anyone but yourself, and Kevin's like, you're talking about me. I don't know why.
I don't know
you're talking
why
about me, big guy. Come
it's
on.
like we're the only two people here. Who else would I be talking about?
You're freaking talking to me over
They should have done that anime flashback to Grandpa Max saying it.
They get one anime flashback per season. They've already used it. Yeah,
you're done.
You're done. But yeah, so it's good to see like a more relatable villain for Ben to kind of be friends with, and then sort of understand. Okay, this is not who I want to be. This is what I want to get away from.
Yeah.
But I liked it a lot. I think it was
for sure.
You know, it's one of those, and again, when you think of superheroes, you're like, what's a good power for the villain? You know, you get some random ones like Magneto and Professor X who have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah.
But you get some that are like the Hulk and Abomination, where it's like one of them can transform back and forth, one of them I guess can't. Is that the rule?
I mean, they changed it in She-Hulk to where the Abomination could change back and forth.
Well,
I don't know to my knowledge that he could do that in the comics.
I don't know. I guess there's so much comics.
Yeah,
lore
they probably
out there.
changed it at some point or another.
Yeah.
It's also like Superman and Doomsday kind of thing.
Yeah, right. It's
like
just,
Doomsday is the raw, unfiltered rage that Superman could be, kind of thing.
So it's just it's like a Ben 10, Kevin 11. Like he's one up. He's got all the, and this is more so a setup episode for like his full character.
Yeah.
Because obviously the intention is to make him like a combination of all the aliens.
The Kevin 11 doesn't make as much sense in this first episode, but it'll make a lot more sense in the next one that they show in season 2.
And it's a good pun. It's a great like use of the aliens.
Yeah.
Because like all the aliens are kind of gross and stuff when they're all separate, but like together they really look fugly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like mixing a gray matter eyeball with like stink fly.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to date to the prom.
Well, he dates Gwen eventually, I guess.
Yeah, but that's when he goes back to human.
And he's hot as a human.
Hot. I don't know which is hotter, him or his car.
Definitely the car.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. And that's straight out of his mouth, too, probably.
Or Arjit.
No, Arjit's freaking ugly, bro. He's a little rat man.
He's a little rodent boy.
Anyway, but yeah, you want to start breaking down scenes from this episode?
Let's just start at the
if I could fucking talk.
PG-13 with only one F-bomb.
You know what? I'm bleeping it out anyway, so.
Dang it.
It's all good.
I do like that you use the little
watch sound effects.
Yeah, I like it.
I think that was the way to go.
It was a nice touch.
And we don't swear that much.
I wish we did.
You can. I'll just bleep it out. You know what I mean?
But yeah, so how does it open up? Where are they at?
They go to they're in New York City.
Yeah, that's where he's at.
And they're at a 4-star hotel. I don't know how Max gets the hookup.
Why they say 4-star. Why don't you just go all the way and say 5-star? Is it not believable?
It's not believable. Yeah, Max is the plumber, so he's not getting the money. You know what I mean?
Plumber.
Anyway, so I don't know why they did that. I guess it was just because like, yeah, I don't know. I just picked a fancy sounding thing.
Yeah. You know, side note. You know, he says he's a plumber, and I love for them. They just. Like, I was a plumber. That's what we're called as plumbers. Yeah. Instead of being like, no, I'm actually with this organization.
I didn't lie. Yeah. I never lied.
Yeah,
I told you the truth.
It's weird that they are called the plumbers. You know what I mean? Instead of that being, I was just lying about that.
I'd like it, too, because it's like a little subtle innuendo. They're, like, fixing up the crap, you know? They're, like, getting rid of the crap.
So we're calling aliens crap now? We're very xenophobic.
Yeah. Xenomorphophobia?
No, it's xenophobic. That's what you call it.
I know, but the alien from Alien is xenomorph.
Xenomorph. What is xeno?
Different maybe. I don't know.
Something like that. Alien?
Changing. I don't know.
Changeling.
It could be alien. It could be foreign. I don't know.
Foreign. Anyway,
so there's a little sweepstakes going on where you can go play the.
That's what we're assuming.
This
it's
is
a
headcanon.
Yeah. We're assuming it's a sweepstakes because it's like a
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody style.
Yeah, like,
come play this Sumo Slammers game first.
Yeah, open the Go-Gurt and get the code. You know, eat a lot of Go-Gurt.
But Ben says to the security guard who's guarding the place. He goes, "Oh, I'm one of the pros who's going to test it out or whatever." And the guy says, "Okay, well, show me some ID." He doesn't say like, "You're a child. That's ridiculous."
Yeah.
He says, "Show me some ID." So that makes me think some kids are probably here to play this. Yeah.
And we talk about it too because Grandpa Max tells him, "Don't go in there." Do not go. And he goes, okay, and then literally turns around and does it.
It's so funny. It's like the next shot, he just looks around and smiles. And turns around and smiles.
We mentioned this too. The watch has maybe a 10-minute timer. You're going on the theme of 10, right?
I always assumed it was 10
you're
minutes.
risking this entire weekend of leisure. Because, Ben's got to be tired of the RV after a while. Sometimes you just want to lay on a good bed, have some room service. He's risking all of that for 10 minutes of playing this video game.
Well, honestly, he could have gotten away with 10 minutes. He just needed to turn into Ghost Freak, sneak in. It's not going to take him a full minute to do that. You got 10 good minutes of playing games. But at minute 9, you got to get out of there,
Oh,
dude.
so you're advocating he still should have done it.
He
just
could
been
have
smart
done
with
it and got away with it. He just
or
was
just
too
don't
greedy.
do it and not run the risk.
No, I understand that too. What if it was like an Animo situation where like some villain attacked the hotel and he's like just stuck his Ghost Freak when he could have been,
Yeah.
Diamond Head and stopped it way quicker.
You can't sneak in to play video games as Diamond Head.
Oh, hello,
Idiot.
I'm one of the pros. He just sneaks in there.
What if he could, completely make his face, opaque and then just the guy's looking at himself as a mirror. He's like, here's your eye. Yeah, you're right here, buddy.
I'm thinking of that Adventure Time episode with Tree Trunks where they're fighting the Crystal Guardian thing.
Yes. Tree Trunks is wild, dude.
Tree Trunks is super wild. Have you been watching?
She adopts the Lich King
Yeah,
as a baby.
Sweet Pea is what they call him.
Yeah.
He's
This
so
saved
cute.
my failing marriage.
You haven't finished Adventure Time.
No, I haven't.
They did a new little. Have you seen any Fiona and Cake
Yeah.
stuff?
They did a whole short thing on it or something. Is
Like
it
a
a new
gender-
show happening?
It's a new show. Yeah, it's got a whole, and it's essentially just
The Fiona
Adventure
and Cake.
Time. Well, it's Adventure Time picked up with those two characters. Like they're from a different universe essentially.
Yeah. I know them from the show.
But there's like original characters from Adventure Time that go along with them and stuff.
It's weird. Yeah,
It's
like
weird.
I saw Marceline in there.
Oh yeah, I think pretty much the whole voice cast has a cameo. It's Finn, but he's 22 instead of
Oh, Finn's in there too?
Finn's in there. It's like an adult Finn.
This is wild. I'll have to look at it.
Dude, you got to
Is
finish
it
the
good?
show first.
Is
Hold
it
on.
good?
I really liked it so far.
Okay, we'll have to look.
It's
Okay,
pretty
we're getting
emotional.
We're getting off topic.
It's so off topic.
Okay, so he gets caught, and the guy very rudely just throws their luggage out and kicks
Yeah, it's
him
like
out.
an action pose. There's
He's
like
a security guard. Does he have the right to revoke their access to the door to their? To
I'm
their
sure.
room?
My thought was like, you can stay in this hotel, but you got to sign a waiver, NDA or something.
We never
with the
saw an
sumo
NDA.
slammers.
We never saw a waiver.
Yeah,
I want my lawyer.
Max should have went. I mean, he did go back and argued for some of his money back.
Yeah, we talked about it. It's like a little severe. You know what I mean?
Especially for
The kid
like,
was in there for 10 minutes. He's got no cameras on him. No one else is gonna see this.
they
know?
might have. That's maybe how they caught him.
Yeah, if
But
anything,
then they see him turn into a ghost, so there's a whole
yeah,
other set
if
of
anything,
problems.
tack on an extra 100 on the bill and call
Yeah.
it, you know what I
They
mean?
should have. They should have just charged him. I think.
Yeah, kind of upsetting. But Ben is in the wrong here, and Grandpa Max has every right to be very angry with him.
Oh yeah, he's disappointed.
Yeah,
Well, no, he actually is angry.
No,
he's
he's
really angry.
pissed.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He's mad.
So they anyway, so they get kicked out. Gwen's mad because she can't take a shower. That's
Yeah.
her biggest complaint.
Well, she can't take a shower that's not from the RV.
Yeah, I
You
guess-
take showers. Okay.
Ben doesn't take any showers.
Oh, he's so gross.
Stinky.
My buddies online call me Stinky Steve-O.
Yeah, I get it.
They've seen me in person like 7 times.
They smelled you too, Stinko. What does Ben say in this? He's like his breath could have fried an egg.
No, he said got a major case of the sewer mouth.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
That's really good.
It's terrible.
It was bad.
It's stupid. Anyway, so yeah, so
And Ben, the problem here is Ben's not seeing what he did wrong. He's just saying, I wanted to have something for myself. Why is that so bad?
he makes the case of like, well, I've used this watch 100 times to save people,
Yeah.
and now I can't even use it once for myself. I can't use it once to sneak in to illegally play
Yeah.
a pre.
But he's not seeing how this
video
hurts
game.
other people. Because
Yeah.
now Max and Gwen don't get to stay at the hotel.
Yeah.
Ben isn't really even hurt by it because, 1, he doesn't care. And 2, he didn't pay any money.
And he got to play the video game that he wanted
Yeah,
to play.
everything is still good for him.
Well, I mean, Max is mad at him, like the whole fame's mad at him, but
Yeah.
it's one of those situations.
That's something he doesn't really care about, though. We see that
Not
in
at
the
this
whole
moment.
episode.
Yeah. But this kind of highlights our theme of the episode, which it's like you shouldn't be selfish.
Yeah.
That's essentially it. Like,
Don't be selfish.
Do unto others as thou should have done unto you. Amen. But yeah, that's our theme, and they essentially stated as much. And Ben does this thing where like it's really harsh. They're yelling at each other, Grandpa
Yeah.
Max and Ben, and he goes, "You're not my dad." And it like zoomed in
Ooh,
on his eyes.
it's
It was
sharp.
really-
That
and then you
hurts.
could see like Ben wins the argument. Like
Yeah.
that hurts Max to the core.
And
Like
kids know how to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they know
yeah.
exactly what's going to hurt their...
because Max is acting like his dad, and he's
Yeah.
trying to parent him.
He's not happy about it.
No, and Ben is just like, you're not my dad.
I can't remember the whole thing.
Like, you ugly ass.
Yeah, you're like, you're not my dad.
But
But it's so uncalled for. Ben, you're in the wrong, and now you're making him hurt even more by your words, you know?
And
He does not deserve Grandpa Max. Give him to me. I'd love
give
a
him my
Grandpa
grandpa.
Max. I want him.
Take grandpa.
Yeah. He is mine.
In the other episode, we talked about, would you rather, I think you said, in the first time we recorded this, you said, would you rather have the Omnitrix or Grandpa Max? And I said, obviously the Omnitrix, because you could turn into Echo.
And make your own Grandpa Max.
Yeah. It would just make a copy of you, and you could act like your grandpa.
But I think I'd rather have Grandpa Max.
It's sad, what I was saying. It's very stupid, creepy, and sad.
At least you're owning it, you know?
Anyway, so this is, at this point, Max is like, I'm gonna go get my money back, and he tries to, he kind of like sadly goes away to get money from the hotel. At this point, Ben leaves to go play arcade games.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out of here. And Gwen's like, you should not be leaving.
Yeah, so she follows him through to the arcade, and she's uncomfortable there. He's playing some kind of like baseball game that eats his token.
Yeah, not a good place to go. Like,
seedy place.
very seedy place.
Seedy.
Seedy. Yeah, bad.
Seedy.
Not good.
Seedy's nuts.
Good soup. We're just saying shit, bro.
Is this what a podcast is?
I don't know. I've never been in one before. You've been in what, 3?
I've had a couple. It doesn't matter. You know what they say in podcast school? Your first podcast is doomed to fail.
You went to podcast school?
Yeah.
How much do they charge for that?
Like, it was basically like $1 million.
For like a 2-day?
I went to radio school. I don't know which one to say. Mass communication school.
That sounds a lot better than...
Your first... And they even say this in business. Like, your first business will probably fail too, you know?
Which is scary.
Oh, yeah.
How much money you put in a business?
I wouldn't start a business if I knew it was going to fail. What the fuck?
But, I mean, this arcade should have failed, honestly, speaking of failed businesses.
I'm getting like a reverse Wreck-It Ralph vibe. You remember in Wreck-It Ralph when the guy's like, "Oh, it ate your token and it didn't do it," and he like gives her the token and he puts the thing like the out of order sign.
And the other guy's like, "Suck it up."
Yeah, sucks to suck, homie.
Loser, get more money.
There's like a sign that says like no refunds. Or something.
Play at your own risk.
I love play at your own risk. It's so stupid.
So then Ben's mad that he's not giving him his money back and stuff, and you see Kevin 11 for the first time, and he kind of like craps on the guy, and Ben's like, "Yeah, dude, total case of the sewer mouth."
Sewer mouth.
And Kevin's like, and this I made this comment when we were watching it, but like this is the only time you see Kevin kind of do something without expecting something in return. He kind of says, "You'll owe me something."
I was gonna say,
but this whole vibe is that he's just gonna play this with Ben and then leave. It's only because Ben turned into an alien and wanted to go with him.
Well, it was because I'm sure he'd been shorted out of money there, and I don't know. I guess Ben makes him laugh. He says the sewer mouth thing. So Ben's kind of got this irreverent humor that they kind of share.
I feel like Kevin's just like, you know what? I'll do this for you. Here's some coins, bud.
Yeah, you seem like he probably knows he's a tourist. He's probably just like, oh, whatever.
So then you see like these typical early 2000s thugs.
Yep.
You know, adults just thought those guys would.
It's like you need green hair, you need like pigtails,
piercings,
you need like
baggy clothes,
mohawk.
Yeah.
You know?
Typical punk.
Yeah.
You can just tell the adults that made this show, you know what I mean?
They're a big fan of like The Warriors, that movie.
So the guys come in, these punks, trying to rough up Kevin because he trashed their place under 39th Street.
Right, which I don't know what that entails. Was he in with that gang beforehand?
Maybe he was with them and he got mad and just pushed over their pile of crates.
There's the implication that they think he's a freak because he's got superpowers.
So maybe they found out, and when they tried to attack him or exploit him, he lashed out at them.
Or something.
But anyway, so they come at him, and so Ben's like, he turns into Accelerate and starts whooping their butt, bro.
Yeah.
Like tail whips one guy, punches another guy. You get the stock scream from two of them. It's the same scream from both of them.
I think it's like at least the same sound pack or something. It's probably from some old film that just got reused and reused, but it's some stock scream sound. You'd know it if you heard it, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just...
It's great.
It's great. Epic.
It takes me out. Whenever you hear, the Wilhelm scream?
Yeah. I was going to mention the Wilhelm scream.
I feel like whenever I hear that, it takes me right out of the movie because I'm like, all right, this is a movie.
Yeah.
I've heard that before. I've heard that in Star Wars,
Yeah, I've heard it in Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Any Lucasfilm property's got it in there.
Yeah.
Or like the Goofy scream. Sometimes they put the Goofy scream in there from Disney.
Yes.
Yahoo!
Yeah, as they're like falling out of something. It's almost always when they're falling out of something.
Takes me out of it.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
I guess it's because like the actors probably don't scream on set. So
yeah,
like,
it's probably awkward to just scream.
Well, it's probably just like we're just doing the stunt. Don't scream. We'll add in stuff in the post.
Probably easier. I digress. So he beats him up and he runs back out and turns back into a human or whatever. And so then they're outside and Gwen's like, I can't believe you just did that. And Ben's like, that's what you and Grandpa don't understand. Me and him are friends. I help my friends, kind of thing. It's like, what does this have to do at all with you being selfish?
I think that's kind of the problem with this episode, and the theme in this episode is like Ben and Kevin are helping each other. Like they're by definition not being selfish.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but the things they're doing are selfish in nature.
The things they're doing are selfish for each other, I guess.
Yeah.
But
so they don't see it as Ben doesn't see it as selfish.
Maybe you could say like in the very beginning they were selfless acts. Like,
yeah.
Kevin helped Ben selflessly, gave him the tokens. Ben helped Kevin selflessly because he was getting jumped.
Yeah.
Also, Kevin could totally take those guys. I don't know what he was so freaked out about. Like, he was in an arcade full of electricity. He takes on Heat Blast and Forearms.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he had mutant powers at the time. But with the electricity powers,
he easily could have taken those guys out.
I think he could have. I don't know what to do. It's the same argument with like Grandpa Max. Like whenever he struggles to fight some like muggers, but then he he uses a cinder block to murder a stone dragon
just
or something.
Full on holding like a massive tub.
Oh yeah, the big metal pipe thing.
Yeah,
he just picks it up like it's nonchalant, like nothing crazy.
I guess it fits for the story at the moment.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
But yeah, so Ben's like, you don't understand. Typical 10-year-old. You don't understand.
Or but maybe like the slippery slope kind of thing. Like, I'm gonna use the watch to help Kevin, but I'm helping somebody.
Yeah.
But it's like it's selfish because it's not. He helped him first, so he's kind of giving payback.
Yeah, it's more of a I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Yeah, that's more of what it is. Rather than like a friendship, it's more like a transactional relationship.
But I would make the argument Ben would help anyone in that situation. I feel like he would. If he saw 3 thugs going after somebody in an arcade, he would want to help.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree. And that's the hero in him. But Gwen is like, that guy's bad news. Yeah. And Ben says, like, well, he seemed okay to me. It's like, yeah, he gave you free tokens. I guess he bribed you,
Yeah. So then, Kevin's all like, oh, did you see that guy? And Ben's like, yeah, we're friends.
We're totes cool.
Yeah, totally, bro. And he was like, whoa, that's awesome. You want to come hang out? I'll give you a tour of New York.
He should have been like, tell Accelerate to come hang out. Yeah. Like, I need friends like that, not like you. You know?
But I guess he thought, oh, Ben's the end.
Why would he even believe that? I wouldn't have believed that.
I was thinking that like, we're tight, and he's like, how am I supposed to believe that? Well, okay.
I could have been like, dude's name is Fast Man. I know him good.
Blue dude with the tail.
Speed Dino.
Velocispeed.
Velocity Raptor. Is that anything?
No, I like it. Velociraptor.
I feel like that's from something.
I don't know.
Velocity Raptor? Leave it in the comments if it is.
But anyway, so he's like, yeah, let's go do that. And Gwen's like, no, I don't think you should do that. This guy's bad news. And he's like, well, you don't have to come, so I am. And so she leaves, and she's like, you're on your own kind of thing. And they go out. And
they go out, huh?
Yeah. Stop.
In the last recording, I made it like a gay thing, like a ship thing, like
ship
between Ben and Kevin. Steven didn't like it. Friends to enemies to lovers.
No.
It goes friends to enemies. I was doing like lovers to enemies, but now it's like a whole.
Oh yeah, heart-struck lovers. So they go to the crib. Kevin's crib is what he calls it, or whatever.
Yeah, his sewer hideout.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Ninja Turtles in this, right? Like the punks remind me of. And the punks even have like their own little, under the sewer hideout or under the street,
under the street,
or under the
sea,
under the sea.
No, that's completely off topic.
Okay,
it would have derailed.
Thank you.
So Kevin's like, so what's your grandpa so mad at you about? And this is where again you see the disconnect. Ben goes, he's mad that I went alien to play a video game. Like, no, that's not what I mean, yes, but it's not in the sense that you're conveying it as why he's mad at you, idiot.
It's not.
You're grounded. Go home.
Yeah, he is grounded. I don't know what he's doing.
No Sumo Slammer stuff for 2 weeks. That whole warehouse heist,
that's off limits.
That's Sumo Slammer stuff, in case you didn't know.
That's illegal,
He got what's coming to him.
Illegal Sumo Slammer stuff,
Yes. But yeah, that's the disconnect, right? Like, he's like, oh, I just played a video game as a alien. What's the big deal?
When really it's more about the dishonesty of sneaking around, lying, and then ultimately getting caught and getting them kicked out of the hotel.
It's the selfishness. He's not seeing the selfishness.
Yeah. And, at this point, Kevin's like, oh, you like sumo slammers, huh? Well, I know of a place where we can play all the new sumo slammers we want.
Are you doing like an Adam Sandler bit right now?
Hey, Jen, it's me, Adam Sandler.
You like Pixels?
I've never seen it.
You never seen Pixels?
No, it looks
Kevin
like
James
crap.
is the president.
There's a Kevin James meme going around. Have you seen that?
No.
It's where he's like kind of scrunching over. He's like, I'll show you.
It's
put it up
awesome
here.
because they get attacked by aliens. Kevin James' first thing is to call Adam Sandler, who works as like a cable guy, but he was like the best alien, like Space Invaders,
Oh, yeah.
like fighter back in the day kind of thing. What?
Did you fart?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought I heard the fart.
No, what?
I don't know. Maybe it was just me thinking of Kevin James. Put a fart in my head.
I love Kevin James.
Okay.
Him and Hitch were perfect.
Yeah. It's like his one movie besides Adam Sandler stuff.
Yeah, probably. He's in Zookeeper.
I think that's Adam Sandler too.
No way. Is it really?
I think Adam Sandler's like the monkey in it or something.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I was gonna say like I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, but that's
That's also
totally an
Adam
Adam
Sandler.
Sandler thing.
I don't know.
At least David Spade had his own show.
David Spade did like Joe Dirt. Well, that might be Happy Madison too. I don't know.
He had a TV show,
Right.
and he was in Emperor's New Groove.
That's true. He did do a Disney thing. He did a bunch of stuff with Chris Farley before all the Adam Sandler stuff.
Yeah, Rip Chris Farley.
Rip. Anyway, what were we saying? Something about Kevin Levin? Kevin Levin.
Kevin Levin.
Kevin Levin.
We're not doing that whole bit again.
It doesn't work, yeah.
No.
We just lost the magic on the first time.
Yeah, the first take magic, man.
Kevin Levin. Sad. Kevin Levin.
What we do for standards, you know what I mean?
I know.
But-
Save audio.
So he's like, yeah, I've got the hookup if you want Sumer Slammer stuff. So they break into this warehouse just to get a video game. And I say that they deserve what's coming to them, but they really don't. We're talking 3 helicopters,
Yeah, that's bad.
SWAT teams, 50 cal rifles, which the guy is just one-handing shooting that
Yeah,
bad
he's
boy.
pretty Arnold
Beefy.
from Predator, where
Yeah.
he's just like holding it out to show his muscles off.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, and he's just shooting. No wonder he's like missing every shot, though.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
He's got like 2 or 3 cop cars breaking out. They've thrown in like some flashbang grenades, like
It's a pretty fun chase.
for 2 kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, well, okay. So here's my theory. Upon rewatching, I got this new theory.
It's not the same theory, is it?
What was the?
That he was set up by the people.
Oh, maybe. That
So
could
it's
tie
not a
into
new
it.
theory.
No, it's a new theory, but that could tie into it as well. Like maybe the people that gave him the tip are setting him up, and they're calling in the SWAT team or whatever to
Yeah.
get Kevin off the street or something. And the new theory is that Kevin and Accelerate were seen together at the arcade. So maybe the authorities are thinking like, because I'm sure there's video cameras and stuff at the arcade, and this is a seedy location. I'm sure they know.
I don't think there's cameras at that arcade.
I bet there's at least a
I
camera.
don't think they're cheapskates. You think they're paying for security?
I think so. I think there was enough people in the busy arcade to link Kevin and Accelerate, especially when Kevin gets helped out by Accelerate. I think there's enough plausibility to be like, this alien monster was with this kid, so we need to watch this kid, and then whenever whenever he does something illegal, we'll bounce on him and we'll get the information on the aliens.
I think that's crap
Okay.
because they didn't break it. They could have stopped them from breaking in. They don't even come in until the alarm gets triggered.
Well, they needed to catch him do something. They needed to catch him doing something illegal. You know, they needed to catch him in the act.
Maybe.
Plus, they wanted. I mean, they're like the riot ready police. Like they got
they
all
were
the,
ready, dude.
They got all the gas.
They had the
got all
guns. They come out guns pointed at 2 kids saying,
They're like,
"It's over. Come
they're
on."
like, we really need to. You know.
We don't talk about it in the last time, but Kevin straight up takes a forklift. He's not forklift certified. You
Yeah,
know,
no, he'd
if
be
he
a lot
was, he'd
hotter if he
probably
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't be homeless.
He'd have a job.
He'd have a job, a nice, good paying
at
job.
the Walmart.
Yeah, dude.
Lives in the forklift.
Or like the Amazon warehouse. They'll take any age, you know.
Take anybody. Yeah.
Just bodies a guy, like literally tackles him with the forklift. That guy's dead.
Well, no, we
He's
hear him.
unalive.
He gets up and he groans. So
He
we know
doesn't
he's
get
okay.
up. He just groans.
That's true.
That's
but
what I'm saying. Internal bleeding.
Well, there's like a little outline when the animation happens where like his body kind of doesn't get trapped underneath the forklift.
Yeah, it
he
gets
just
thrown.
kind of gets flung.
Yeah.
So thank goodness he didn't, get unalived. But Kevin's got a he's got the
Yeah.
heart of a murderer. He'll
He
kill
really-
people.
He really does.
He'd be killing people.
So that's when Ben's like, "Look, I need you to keep a secret. For some reason, I trust you with this secret. I've met you and known you for 3 hours.
So what a weird thing to say to someone like when you're behind like a box getting shot at.
Can you keep a
Can you
secret?"
keep a secret? What?
Sure.
Just
He's like, "I still wet the bed." Okay, man, I won't judge you, but you're getting the bottom bunk when we go to jail.
Anyway. So he turns into Stinkfly just to get away. I mean, Stinkfly's a good getaway. Accelerate's always the move, though.
Yeah.
What?
But can he carry?
He could carry a child for sure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Kevin's not that heavy. That's what. And
the lock. It's a really heavy lock.
yeah, which is the lock from his first crime.
heist. Yeah.
I guess he broke the bike lock or something. I don't remember what it was.
Broke somebody's heart.
Gwen. Uncle Gwen. Sorry.
That's my uncle.
That's my aunt.
The only person who can cry and look like they're still shitting themselves.
He's a banger. He's a goat. Let's be honest.
So he turns into Stinkfly, flies him out. That's when all hell breaks loose because they're like, open fire on this child and freaky bug.
But at this point, I totally agree with them shooting the bug.
I don't. There's a kid with them.
Maybe they think the bug's kidnapped the kid. You know.
So you shoot the bug and the kid falls into the harbor?
He's a known criminal. Win-win.
You know, honestly, I can't argue with that logic.
Thank you.
Get him off the streets.
Get him off the freaking streets. Get him out of there. Get him the hell out of there.
Death penalty.
Yeah, fry him up, dude. He would just suck up the electricity. It wouldn't work.
It really wouldn't. They'd have to do lethal injection.
Or shoot him in the head, maybe. That'd work.
Just absorb the bullet, you know?
I guess. Like, absorbs it as it's, like, coming toward him.
Yeah,
and
as
there's
it
nothing
touches
left.
him, he just turns into metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's this really cool really cool chase sequence where, they go up to the Statue of Liberty. Kevin, like, runs across its face.
Yeah, Kevin's having a great time. Ben's stressed, you know?
Kevin's probably been through this stuff before. I mean, maybe not.
Oh, he's totally been flown around by an alien bug.
No. He's
that was once a 10-year-old boy. He's been through this before. You're right.
No, you know what I mean. He's run away from the law before.
He's ran on the Empire State Building, you know.
He's run away from police. He's not quite as stressed as Ben. Ben, you see, like, Stinkfly is like upset visibly. He's like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, because again, Ben ultimately is a good guy. He doesn't want to hurt these people.
Yeah, but Kevin's sort of,
because he could have easily gunked up those helicopters and sent them.
Oh, he could have gunked up the blades, and he could have used his tail to like. I mean, he's like sitting underneath the helicopter at one point. He could have just like used his tail and ripped open into it and stuff.
Yeah,
could have easily.
But all he was doing was keep away.
Yeah, he was just trying to lose him essentially.
Yeah, and then you see him. They fly into the city. The cops go, "Oh, we shouldn't open fire in the city. That's dangerous." Wrong. They actually just keep shooting.
Yeah,
they're in like Times Square, you know.
They shoot like one of the electronic billboards or whatever it is.
Yeah, glass definitely didn't fall down on people from that.
Probably an orphan. I probably hit several orphans with that.
Some homeless person, you know.
Anyway, but yeah, they get hit by a bus at one point, and Kevin's like loving it.
Yeah, he's just like.
It would
have been funny if he used the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
you know?
get over there.
I was waiting for it. Maybe it's a little too overdone.
It's a little too cartoony, yeah. But it's,
It would have been funny.
It would have been. I would have laughed. I laughed at it how it was anyway.
Yeah. We just laugh at things.
It'd be funny,
It'd be a funny thing.
What about that laugh? What if that was your laugh?
I hate it. Don't ever do that again. They're going to have so many dislikes on this video.
I'm sorry. Don't dislike the video. They probably cut off. They probably turned it off
already. When they heard that, they're like, oh.
No. No.
So they keep flying and stuff, and they actually pass like Grandpa Max and Gwen in the RV, and they see them on like the billboard, I'm pretty sure. And Max is still angry, hasn't really given that up. So Ben's like, I'll have to lose him soon. I'm running out of time. The watch is going to start beeping. So they fly under this tunnel. The helicopters can't find them, and they just turn in like a semi with all those cars in it kind of thing.
Yeah, like a car transport kind of a thing.
And you see Ben's just like, oh, thank God that's over. And Kevin's just like, whoa, that was
excited,
awesome.
like, woohoo.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah.
And the guys are just like, oh, they're gone. I guess we got to pack it up, boys.
I guess we're going home. No use looking
the guy
for
with
him.
the 50 cal is like, I never get to use this.
He just shoots it a couple more times.
Yeah, pop, pop.
Just into traffic. Just like, they must be here.
Want to use a bad guy, surely.
Anyway, so then it's Ben and Kevin go to the alley and they're just like hanging out and then
as kids do, just chilling in an alley
in a dark alleyway at nighttime. Yeah,
perfectly
just,
safe in New York City.
No romantic undertones under that.
No.
Anyway, so so they make a handshake deal that they'll be partners.
Yeah,
even though I think they kind of already. I thought they were already like.
Yeah, I guess they had to officiate it.
Yeah, they did a handshake, and that means a lot to Kevin.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. He says
they're already married at this point.
No, he's doing it. I got him in on it.
There's too much of a parallel between officiating.
I know. But so this is kind of where you start to see like Kevin's like, oh, give me that watch.
Yeah, his first instinct is, I want the watch.
Give me it.
I don't
I bet I
care
can
about
make it
you
work.
with the watch. I just want the watch.
Yeah, and this is also where Ben's like, it sends out this special energy that turns me into aliens.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
It never said that once before.
We've never thought it was energy. I mean, it does have like a little bit of like electricity, and there's like some light coming off it.
Yeah,
But like,
never said energy
I was thinking it
before.
was like a biological thing. Like
Yeah.
it integrated your DNA. It wasn't like a wave of energy.
So that's where, but it's the tie-in so that later
Yeah.
on you can see that Kevin can absorb
It's-
it. 'Cause
it's-
it's energy.
Yeah, they were. I mean, I think Kevin essentially has more than energy absorption powers, like he says he does.
Yeah,
Because in Alien Force, he's got the matter absorption.
yeah.
This is sort of like living.
This is what we said. All he's been exposed to so far is electricity.
Yeah,
You
his
know?
powers are growing essentially. And maybe the Omnitrix helps him figure out.
You
that his
think he
powers
could
are
like
growing.
touch a dog and get like dog powers?
What are dog powers?
He'd grow fur, have some like canine senses.
Could lick his butthole.
Sure, he can lick his butthole, but like he'd have like higher endurance or can sprint faster or something like that.
Maybe. I mean,
I mean, what
assuming-
is an alien but just another life form? You know.
Well, I kind of think it would be like a human dog mixture because that's what we
That's
see
what I'm
with the
saying.
aliens.
Because when he
Yeah.
absorbs alien powers and matter, he kind of transforms into it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like if he touches a dog, could he get like dog-like powers?
I'll allow it.
Or like a shark, could he get gills for a while?
Like Shark Boy.
Or Lava Girl, he touches a lava.
He
touches a
becomes Lava
volcano,
Girl,
and
yeah.
he just becomes a volcano.
Well, that's all Heat Blast is just magma.
Yeah,
Magma. Jinx. You owe me a fucking Coke, dude. Where's my Coke at, bitch?
Where's my diet, Dr. Kelp? That's full circle.
We mentioned that earlier when we were eating Whataburger.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so this is the start of where you kind of. I mean, we kind of knew Kevin was seedy.
Yeah.
We knew Kevin wasn't the best.
Yeah, for once we agree with Gwen.
Yeah,
on
I mean,
something.
we don't really see. I mean, just the fact that he's involved with the thugs in the first place makes us kind of think like, oh, he might be sort of a rough character.
So once Kevin realizes that the watch is part of Ben and he can't get rid of Ben, he's like, okay, we're gonna be partners.
Yeah.
And Ben's like, okay, yeah, that sounds fun. And he's like, okay, well, I've got this great idea. Ben's like, let's do it.
We're gonna kill a bunch of people.
Yeah, and Ben's like, oh boy, awesome.
So they go down into the sewers again.
Yeah.
If you're in New
Everything's
York
in the
City,
sewers.
if you're in New York City and you don't
No, they
go
go to
in
the
the
sewers. This was the subway.
Okay, but like
He's not in the.
same.
No, it's not. This is completely different. You think the subway's in the sewers?
No,
You have a lot of
okay.
people from New York mad at you.
Crappy town.
Just a small town.
Yeah, I guess just underground. There's a bunch of underground.
Yeah, they're always going underground. I guess
This is
that's more
any New
appropriate.
York movie or show. You're gonna
Schmovie. Yeah,
schmovie.
that's Footloose. I got the smooves. Groovy moves.
Shut up. Anyway,
You're like Kevin Bacon.
is he
I've never actually seen
Is he
Footloose.
still the greatest film of all time?
Is he still the greatest? Oh yeah, is that still the greatest film of all time? It never was.
No, it never was.
Okay, rude.
Yeah. Did you watch this holiday special? They kidnap him.
No, I didn't. I did see a clip of him though, and he's like, but it
That's
wasn't
fun.
him, was it?
It's
It was,
Kevin
but she was manipulating him.
Yeah.
And as soon as she took him out, he started freaking out.
Yeah.
That was funny.
And then eventually he's just like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
like
alright.
she mind
Yeah.
controls him, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Kevin Lem.
Cam Lem.
This is where we see they go into the subway. Kevin just springs this plan on Ben to like kill. They're gonna
You can tell he's been having this plan in his head for a while, but
Yeah.
he couldn't work out the getaway. You know what I mean?
He's like, I finally got a guy to run me
It's
away.
all
fast.
coming together.
Yeah. And again, I don't know. This might have been bad information too, because like, what if the SWAT shows up when the trains are about to explode? Or
Yeah.
something, you know. Well, they don't show up, so
Oh,
probably,
okay.
yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Well, we see the trains pass peacefully.
So this
after
proves
the
that they're
fact.
not actually listening in on them. Your theory is wrong.
No. My theory was that they saw him at the arcade with Kevin Lem, and
Yeah.
then they thought, okay, Kevin Lem knows the aliens, or maybe
Stop.
Kevin Lem is the aliens. We don't know.
You're so lucky I'm not editing, because I would bleep that out every single time.
You bleep it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn editing just to stop you.
You're gonna like re-download the video and
Yeah,
post it
I'll
again?
do it. I have
Okay.
access to this too. Do you?
You do.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Anyway.
So Kevin's like, okay, we're gonna switch these tracks, and Ben's like, okay, well, what's that gonna do? He's like, oh, well, it's gonna kill a bunch of people, but we're gonna get rich.
We're going to crash a passenger train onto a money train.
Yeah,
And then that's going to somehow, I mean, also, like, wouldn't the wreckage of a train be the worst place to pick money out of, I guess it's probably in boxes
yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
probably in boxes and things. But let's say it's in a safe.
How's Accelerate getting away with that,
Yeah,
They could have done forearms. And he just jumps away.
But they just can't get out fast enough. They're underground. How's he jumping?
He just break through. I mean, if they're killing a bunch of people, they could also
Maybe
break a hole.
stink fly, wild mutt maybe.
Wild mutt maybe.
Gray matter for sure.
No, never. Well, he could have done some. He could have like just rigged the train to like go away with the money anyway.
Yeah. What they also could have done: Ghost Freak phase into the train, take the money out.
Here's what happens when Kevin makes the plan.
Exactly, bro.
You know
Put us in charge.
Yeah, or put Ben in charge even.
Yeah.
Ben could have been like, "Oh, there's money on this train. Let's just ride the train. Let me get you on Ghost Freak. Let me do Ghost Freak. We'll get on the train. Whenever they get to their destination, we'll just take the money from there and go vanish."
There's so many ways you could do this. Disconnect the train with the lava man.
Heat blast. Lava man.
You know, or like gray matter. Change the way the train's moving or operate. Upgrade. Take over the train.
Upgrade would have been the move.
We're better villains than Kevin Levin.
Kevin doesn't know all Ben can do. He didn't even ask
Yeah.
him. He just said, "Oh, we're gonna kill some people." It sounds like no pain, no gain.
Yeah. Like if Kevin did this any other way, he keeps Ben, and this is the end of the show.
Do you think he's killed people before?
I think he would be okay with it if he hasn't.
I wonder how far gone Kevin is, because we get a little glimpse of his humanity at the end, even though it's a charade, it's fake, but
it's still coming from a real place. He wants to have friends.
You sort of want it to be, I think you want it to be real. Like you wish he was on their side, which is where Alien Force comes in and helps us out.
He literally shows. I love Alien Force because he shows up, tells Ben's like, "I'm not the same guy I was before." Ben's like, "Okay," throws something on him. He's done. Like the fight is like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but Kevin's kind of softened up a lot in the time, and I guess he's also not the amalgam monster anymore either.
Yeah.
But so obviously Ben's not going along with his plan. Mm-hmm. He turns into Heat Blast, and there's this whole bit about like, "You're gonna burn my dinner.
Yeah.
Mess with me, you're the one that's gonna get burned."
Yeah.
Great line. You
can tell their kids too, because like Kevin goes, "Oh, you do not want to make me mad." He's like, "You're 11."
He's got superpowers. He does this bit in the warehouse fight where like he sucks up a ton of energy and it looks like he's going Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
You see that? Mm-hmm. He's watching anime. He's watching Dragon Ball for sure.
Watch anime? Come on, if you're not watching anime, you're lying to yourself.
There's not really much going on fight wise. Ben doesn't want to like kill him, but you're Heat Blast, so you're gonna. I mean, one wrong,
he's dead.
Fire blast or whatever.
But that's when we see something interesting, and that's when Kevin touches Ben.
He jumps on his back. He absorbs Heat Blast,
which is pretty sick. The half Heat Blast, half Kevin thing.
I love it, but it rips his shirt. We were talking about that too.
No, you were so fixated. They're like, watch his shirt when he turns back.
I know. I was like, he's not. His shirt's not gonna make sense here.
But yeah, when he loses the Heat Blast power, he ends up his shirt that was burned off is just back.
It's just completely fine.
Yeah, because if not, it'd be like probably a weird
that's
child
okay.
nudity kind of thing.
I'm fine. Well, you could lose his shirt. It's not gonna flag for child nudity. He's a boy. Go swimming. We've seen Ben's nipples before. Greg, can you milk me?
Meet the Fockers.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, milk cats. We milk the cats.
I lived on a farm, and anyway, great movie.
If it's got nipples, you can milk it. I have nipples, Focker.
Can you milk me?
What a great movie!
Awesome series, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the third one's kind of disappointing. But.
I mean, the fact that all three, he's the same his father-in-law is a little unbelievable.
Well, that's how it is. Anyway, Destruction over.
For now.
Kevin Lem. So they had this little fight, and your girlfriend, when we were watching it the first time, she said, like, because Kevin throws a little fireball at Heat Blast, and she said, like, why does that hurt him? Like, what is the deal? It's like, it's probably just like someone getting punched. Like, it's just a human hand punching
like if Superman was
face.
fighting Superman,
right?
The punches would hurt.
I mean, I guess the powers equal. Like those, Pyronites have to fight each other. So, they're fighting each other in a certain way at some point.
Something hurts.
Something, it's like an impact somehow.
Yeah, the impact itself hurts.
And Ben's not used to fighting fire while he's fire, I guess. Anyway. So Ben, and also, so the trains are coming.
Yeah.
Ben melts the controls.
Genius move.
Just, he was totally sure of his plan. No gray matter at all. Just like melts the controls of
and
the
that somehow
switcher.
Switches the tracks back.
Maybe like the impact of it kind of pushes it like a little bit. Maybe
he
you could see that.
He could have just jumped and pushed it.
He could have just jumped and pushed. That would have been the best move. Honestly, picking someone besides he was trying to go forearms, I guess.
He was going to go forearms.
He needs to not go forearms every time. He needs to pick like, who'd you pick in this fight? Who'd you pick?
Diamond Head for sure.
Would have been good. I mean, he's in an enclosed space, so like, I don't think forearm's your best pick because forearms needs to be out in the open to like really do some damage.
But to be fair, I would probably always go Diamond Head because I like him so much.
But he's pretty useful in most situations. Sort of like Accelerate. Accelerate would have been great in this too because Ben could have like
ran around him,
speedily gone over there, changed the track back, and then
punched Kevin, punched Kevin, sound, knocked his head right off. And
done the little like feet rapid kick thing.
Yeah.
Well, he does it in this. Well, it's not this.
No,
episode.
he does like the tail whip in this one.
Well, he does the tornado too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool little arcade fight scene.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's got a bunch of aliens. He only wants to use a couple.
Just one.
Just forearms.
Yeah.
He could have. I mean, Wild Mutt would have been fine because it's like he gets dark on him. Which you see like Heat Blast like little head like illuminating the setting.
Because if you were Wild Mutt, you just have the whole advantage. Because Kevin can't see.
Well, Kevin, I guess
dark.
He can't see. I don't know. Yeah, it would have been.
So that fight kind of ends into nothing. He saves the two people, or the two trains, and then he kind of teleports to the top of the train.
Okay.
Yeah.
He does like a fire vortex, and he with the fire vortex brings him to the top of the train.
Teleports.
Play the footage.
The top of the tornado is really thin. Ain't no way you're fitting a heat blast up there. I almost said Vilgax. I don't know why. I don't know where that came from.
Steve Blum voices Vilgax.
Oh yeah, and he voices
Heat Blast.
Heat Blast.
I don't know. I think that's how it works because that's how we see that work before. We see it in episode 2 whenever they're in the burning building. He does the exact same move.
Burn the building down.
Burn the building. Does the exact same move, and he brings the kid with him. But that's the
same width of the fire tornado, the entire length.
Okay,
this
but
one's
he's only
like at the bottom, and then.
But he's only that tall. He's only that compared to like the rest of the fire vortex. That's how big he is. You've made your point, and I completely agree with you now.
Thank you. So he's on top of the train, getting away from Kevin Webb. And he burns a hole in the train. It's really cool, so he can like hold on to it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
He's got some grip strength on him, bro. He's got some grippers. Yeah,
he's gripping.
Yeah, and he's flying out, and we get to see the hero we all come to love because he's up on the top of like
Grandpa Max hears there's fires in the subway.
Yeah,
so he decides to go find a subway.
Yeah, and the subway turns into an above way.
Above way, yeah. Good job.
But the train's outside on like a raised platform.
Yeah.
And so Grandpa Max busts out the awning. He's got to go the same speed.
Awning.
And then Ben just jumps out onto the awning perfectly.
As Ben, he deactivated Heat Blast deactivated from the watch timeout.
And then, saves the day. So that's when Grandpa Max is like, he's still mad. He doesn't really know what's going on right now. He's just mad at Ben.
They low-key could have left at this point. Because, I guess they didn't know how long Heat Blast powers would last. But if he used a little bit of critical thinking, he would have known that, if he used a little bit of that gray matter that he never does, they could have understood that, like, Kevin's power will go away. Mm. And I get it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want him killing the rogues. The
three ne'er-do-wells.
The ne'er-do-wells, the rookies, what are they called? The
thugs.
Thugs, thank
Punks.
You. The goons.
In that clip where the kids complain about everyone calling him like overweight, and the guy just keeps adding on to it.
Butterball, fat ass, dump truck.
Yeah,
he just keeps on going.
And the kid's like,
"Okay, I get it."
Some of those are new, but I could imagine them saying them to me.
Butterball's pretty creative though,
Yeah.
Crying.
Oh, Butterball, what are you doing,
What are you doing, Butterball? You got a hot dog?
Sam.
That's Sam.
We've had this discussion.
I know.
2 different dogs, Hopper. Get it together.
Anyway,
so Ben's like, you're mad at me. I get that. But look, it pales in comparison. Trust me when I tell you that this guy's going to be bad news to wherever he's going. He's got my powers. He's just a wild man doing whatever he wants.
But see, like, if he used a little bit of his critical thinking, he could have been like, oh, well, his other powers just disappear.
Yeah.
They dissipate. He needs to recharge.
But we've established Ben is stupid.
Ben is pretty stupid. And I guess he's still Heat Blast when he last sees him. So, in all honesty, why did he even run away?
Yeah.
He should have just stayed in the sewer or subway. And just finished him off,
Yeah. But Ben, Grandpa Mac's like, okay, we'll figure this out then. Well, he tells Ben, he's like, you're going to have to earn my trust back.
Yeah.
Like, this is done, but this is not, you know what I mean? So Ben's like, okay, understandable. Because Ben now is finally seeing what he did wrong at the very beginning. And so they're driving, they're getting stuck in traffic. So Ben's like, this is taking too long. I'm going to turn into Stinkfly, and I'm going to fly out of here. And then lo and behold, he gets the man. He's like, oh, he's just all cooped up, you know?
It's great.
It's awesome, honestly.
He's doing like a cannonball pose.
Yeah.
You know?
Notice, too, he jumps out and he starts jumping from car to car. He only
love
jumps
to.
on big vans or trucks because he knows they can support his weight.
I love too when he first gets out of the car. He just like slams the
Yeah.
He just slams the door into the other car, and he just totally pushes that car out of the way completely.
He's like, excuse me,
That'll be insurance money.
hero coming through.
That's Grandpa Max had to pull over. They had to exchange information.
Yeah, you seen like if you live in the world of Marvel and you see Hulk use your just paid off car to wail on an alien.
I forget what it was, but I was watching some clip online where it was like superheroes in the superhero world, and it's like, well, I've got magic insurance. No, it's aliens who did that, but they were magic aliens. Maybe you're covered. Partially covered. Okay, magic aliens. Where does that fall? We don't actually have that listed anywhere. We'll have to add that to the policy.
Yeah, it would be a nightmare. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Especially in New York, where it's like most of the crime happens.
Well, Monsters versus Aliens. Like, it seems another UFO has landed in the U.S. The only country UFOs ever seem to land in.
They found aliens in Peru, and they showed
I
them off
don't
in
believe
Mexico.
it.
They're fake. I think it was confirmed fake.
Good. I don't trust the government.
They tried the Mexican government, bro.
Any government, bro.
¿Por qué?
Because they're not trustworthy people.
Okay. But apparently that guy tried to use those aliens before in 2017.
Damn.
And they were like, this is not real. And then now he's like, well, people like aliens now, so let me go try to do this again.
Maybe it'll work.
Maybe it'll work.
It's like he just pulls them out of storage.
Yeah. He's got them in like.
I told my wife there was a reason to keep these.
Keep these like paper mache projects.
So Ben finds Kevin. He's gone to beat up the thugs that were going to threaten him.
He's trashing. This is the second time now he's trashing their crib.
Yeah, and you see him. They're kind of under this piping, and he's got them right where he's going to just fry all of them at once. And Ben's like, no, don't do that kind of thing. And right then, Kevin's abilities dissipate. He doesn't have them anymore. His shirt comes back fully formed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which we never talk about it, but Ben's shirts always refit. I think Ben's shirts like turn into the alien shirts.
Yeah, it's part of the DNA stuff. You know what I mean?
But why does the shirt get involved?
I guess because he's a kid and he needs to be clothed.
It's like the same argument. You ever hear about or you ever see like where Dracula turns into a bat, but like his cape and his clothes just turn into the bat with him?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Magic.
It's magic, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, but it's just one of those like whenever a show or movie like makes the vampire naked after they turn back into a human,
it makes sense.
You're like, oh yeah, duh.
Yeah. Or when Huey from The Boys.
Yeah, he can't teleport with his
yeah, because his clothes always go away.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
But so he's like, okay, I'm going to fight you now. And so instead of like backhanding Kevin or something, he gets him in a bear hug.
Well, it's because he still thinks of Kevin as kind of a friend, I think. I know
he'll still knock him out as a friend.
Use one of the little arms.
Yeah.
Use the fourth arm.
Yeah. Or just have Grandpa Max punch him in the face. He's an 11-year-old.
He could have had Grandpa Max fight his battles for him. Or Gwen.
Yeah.
Gwen's a freaking killer.
Yeah. Face plant that guy.
Yeah, dude.
Take
do
him
some
out.
gymnastics or something.
Yeah.
Granted, he's got electricity power still, so he still could be a danger to
Well,
Uncle Max.
he said he's just got enough still to fry those guys.
And
right?
then he loses. Well, but Ben picks him up, and that's why he picks him up, so he can redirect the lightning.
Yeah, but he could have just hit him.
Yeah.
Or flicked him.
He could have done a flick.
Yeah. But instead, Ben grabs him in a bear hug.
Like the genius he is.
Yeah, and Kevin's like, oh, that's free real estate.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
free real estate. And he grabs him and
Gives him
turns
the
into a...
suck.
So we talked about it before, the first transformation was cool. It was like a hybrid heat blasting. This guy looks like a demonic baby.
Yeah, he's like
and
not
I want to
quite...
kill it with a hammer.
He's not quite...
Hit it with a hammer.
He's too tough for a hammer. You need like a sledgehammer.
His head looked pretty beatable.
Pretty
with a hammer.
smushy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he has like 2 eyes on this side. He's got 1 eye still
He's got
on
like
this
an
side.
overbite kind of thing.
He's got 4 arms,
He's
4
got, like,
human arms.
And then 2 big...
2 big beefy arms. And one of them, like, it's a cool scene because he like goes to punch Ben, but he doesn't quite have the arm formed out yet, so he's going to punch Ben, and it just like out of nowhere pops out and he punches him.
It's all green and slimy and stuff.
It's like the lizard in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Ultimate, or Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man.
Where he just gets that like green gooey arm coming out.
Ooh. And it's so funny because Ben's losing this fight.
Ben, I guess, is not used to fighting other. But okay, and here's the thing too. Kevin 11, like it's supposed to be that his powers are like he's got all the powers at once, but they're not as strong as Ben's powers.
Not yet. Right now, he's just got the powers of
Of just just forearms.
Yeah, it's just forearms right now.
Well, too. What also
because before he gets the amalgamation, he can just turn into every alien.
Oh, that's true.
And it's
I
just
guess
a
he
one
just
for
does
one.
it so much that he morphs into one.
Yeah. Well, no, I think he touches the watch again, overloads it.
Maybe. We'll have to rewatch it.
Well, we'll be getting there soon.
Season 2. Bye bye.
Yes, sir.
But so
Grandpa Max is like lifting it, helping the kids and stuff,
Yeah.
and Ben's fighting, losing the fight.
they're kind of trading blows, but Ben's definitely. It feels like Ben is not doing as well as he could have.
Yeah. And so you see the watch is starting to time out. You can starts glowing red, and he's like, "Oh no, not this!" Completely changes course, starts putting a whoop down on freaking Kevin
said,
11.
Now I need to switch into maximum overdrive.
I knew I should have gotten the turbo.
And so he does this whole anime flurry punch thing and beats him, and then he turns back into Ben. Kevin's like, "You lighten up."
And he's like, "Oh, I did about 300 pounds lighter." You're so funny, Ben. Loser. You're grounded.
Loser.
Just for that joke, grounded. But so Ben's still trying to convince him. Kevin's still a threat right now.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
under
Kevin's
a bunch
still
of rubble.
forearms.
Yeah, he's under a bunch of rubble, but he's still forearms. Ben's like, "Look, you can be our friend, our partner. You can still do all that. You just gotta be a good guy. People will like you."
Which is a sweet sentiment, and Kevin would be a good addition to the team because it's always
really
nice
would
to
be.
have a darker personality, like a shadow to a hedgehog.
Yeah.
Shadow to a
hedgehog,
Sonic. I'm
shadow
sorry.
to a Sonic.
Or just the
Deadpool to a Spider-Man.
Zuko to the Aang. It's nice
Yeah.
to have that kind of dynamic.
I think Zuko to Aang is probably the best one.
Well, that's kind of how they are in Alien Force.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's
That's good.
Oh,
That's cool.
that's good. Was that Finding Nemo?
Yeah, I said escape today.
Shout out to Dory behind
Yeah,
me here.
and my coworker was like, "Do you say it every time too?" I was like, "You have to. If you watch Finding Nemo, it's now law that you say escape."
Escape.
Escape. I was trying to pull up a Word file or an Excel file, and I was like, it wasn't pulling up fast enough. So I'm just going somewhere else. So I was hitting escape, and I was like, escape, escape. But so Ben's giving his hand out as a shake and stuff, and Kevin's like, "Oh, you're stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna take
With
this
his
watch from you."
massive arm, grabs him and hoists him up in the air.
You see Mr. I almost said Mr. Krabs. I don't know why. You see Grandpa Max run up to try and help him. He punches him.
He kind of back with his small hand.
Yeah, he
kinda
drinks
just
some monsters because he's going to punch.
punch.
The Theo Von right there. No, Theo Von.
I know the Monster Energy.
Yeah, he's going home to punch. But so Kevin's like, "Get away from me." He pushes Grandpa back. And that's when the watch says, No.
Don't hurt Grandpa Matt.
Yeah, that's off limits. You can beat up Ben all you want. Just not Grandpa Max.
Yeah.
So the watch kind of does this explosion thing and pushes Kevin
An energy
back.
wave kind of thing. And I guess it just I guess Kevin involuntarily absorbs it or something.
Yeah.
Or
So
maybe,
yeah.
well, there's
Something like that. We'll see it later what it kind of does.
Yeah.
But for now, what it looks like it does is just take away his power, and he's just him again.
And we kind of discussed too in Alien Force. There's the DN aliens, which are just mutated humans mixed with the hybrid monster.
Just they're like
face
slaves.
huggers.
Yeah.
And so the watch, because they're just beating up these guys before, and they don't realize these are human beings yet.
Right.
So when they figure out, these are people, we need to save these people. The watch conveniently has a function to where it can save mutants or whatever. It can revert mutant DNA to normal DNA.
Yeah.
It also has the different thing where it would it diluted the hybrid DNA.
Yeah. It gave part of DNAs from the Omnitrix into the hybrids, so they were
it
all
mixed
different
them?
and they weren't dying.
So
But they didn't even like that they did that.
No, they were mad about it.
we're unclean.
Dude, I love that episode where Ben is with Hybe or whatever his name
Yeah,
is. Where
the good hybrid.
Yeah.
Hybrid.
Well, he convinces him. He's
Yeah.
and he gives him Swampfire's arm.
Yeah,
Such a good episode.
Really
it's
good.
Very
really good.
faith in humanity restored
Yeah.
type episode.
So, Kevin looks down. He's all human again. He's like, "Don't look at me. I'm ugly," kind of thing. Runs back into the subway. Says, "I'm done."
And they don't chase him.
No, they just say, "He's not our problem anymore."
They should have chased him.
What are you gonna do? Hold him in the RV for the rest of his life?
No, you're gonna give him to the police.
Because the police can hold him.
I mean, he's got
The
electricity
police just
powers.
opened fire on them. I'm not taking him to the police. He's dead.
But that would have been better than just leaving him out in the street.
He can figure it out.
Is
on
this
his
the
own.
first villain that gets away for Ben?
Probably.
And
No,
Mo
6-6 gets out. No, he gets captured.
Yeah, because Tetrax gets him.
Yeah,
I think this is the first one that gets away.
I think so.
Setting up, because I'm sure they knew that they were going to have more Kevin 11 misadventures to come.
Captain Lab.
Kevin 11.
So that's
Next
when
time we see him, it's in San Diego or San Francisco.
San Diego.
That's essentially it. We get like a little not really after credits, but it's at like the very last kind of scene of the show.
Yeah, you see Kevin.
Well, we also get the last little bit of Ben. He kind of like slumps down. He's just like, "I'm sorry, Grandpa. I didn't mean to screw everything up."
And that's when Grandpa says, like, well, I forgive you, but the trust is broken. Like, you're going to have to figure out how to.
It's a hard line. It's a deep line.
You've crossed it.
You're going to have to.
And I'm not saying this just because you didn't call me your dad, because that's fucked up right there.
Yeah, they never really addressed that again, but they should. I mean, that's traumatic. You know?
But yeah, it seems all is well. We've got a little trouble in paradise right now with Ben and Grandpa Max. I almost said Uncle Max.
You started this.
No,
I wasn't saying it until you
started
it.
No, you started
it. First episode, you called him Uncle Max.
Agree to disagree.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the episode.
I loved this episode. I thought it was excellent. There was some awkwardness, like we talked about. It's a little overkill with the police.
Yeah.
And it's a quick transition. In the other episode we recorded, I said like I wish there was more time with Kevin and Ben. Like I wish they were friends and they kind of saw each other throughout the season or something.
Yeah.
Like, Kevin's also on a road trip maybe. You know, and they see each other in different things. And Kevin's kind of the devil on Ben's shoulder. Where
every time they meet up, they do something a little more crossing the line.
And then eventually it's just like,
that would have been cool, but that would have had to have been the overarching plot for season 1. And since they have Vilgax, I don't think that could have been.
It could have been a subplot. I mean, we see that.
No, because it'd have to come to a head at some point.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think you could have ended that subplot with him absorbing all the powers of the Watch,
No, I think they do well with it by carrying it on in season 2.
I just wish it was more of it, because I feel like Kevin and Ben have this like deep-seated.
We'll see it in Alien Force.
Well, no, I know, but I wish there was like, because we they're sort of friends in this. We kind of want them to be friends. We want Kevin to be good. You don't want Kevin to be good.
I didn't care about Kevin at all.
Like at the end of the episode where he's like, I never had any friends. I'm like, I'm buying it. You know what I mean? Like I wish he was better.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't
see the same sentiment.
Okay, I feel you. Agreed.
He's just a dirty criminal.
He wants to kill a lot of people. But I think he was kind of being an edgelord at that point. I think he was kind of
I'm so edgy. I'm not like other guys.
Yeah, I'm not like other criminals.
See, he can't help being a Leo.
Crush 2 chains together. Oops, easy.
Where's my Starbucks? If I had my Starbucks, this wouldn't be happening.
Anyway, I like the idea that Ben's trying to help him. Like Ben's trying to like bring, because he knows he's like
I'm the only passenger princess around here.
I need to pay my rent. He crashed trains into each other.
So pay my money to the overlords of New York. This is called adulting.
Adulting. Good episode.
Great episode.
80 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
12.
12 out of 10?
Out of 100.
That's 11 out of 10, actually.
Kevin, 11 out of 10.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, yeah, great episode. We'll talk way more about Kevin way down the road. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a like. If you subscribe to this video, give it a subscribe.
Yeah, give a subscription, like, comment, share, anything.
Give
anything
us a comment.
that you can do with it.
What do you like Kevin better as, a villain or a hero?
Yeah. Okay, we'll see you next week.